Good afternoon, all. Uh, Welcome to this class where we will be just analyzing what is this slice. We'll be just going through a new technique called as slice-based testing. It also comes under the structural testing itself. So it is an advancement that we have made with respect to the data flow testing. Similar to your data flow testing, only thing is there is no starting or ending node that will be provided here. Instead of it, one node will be just providing it with respect to the variable set. With respect to the variable set, whatever we have given it, so it will be comparing with the previously available nodes. In order to achieve this, in order to execute the statement, which are all the previous statements that it is required, what are all the previously available variables that it is required, each of the statement, it will be just checking out. With respect to that, it will be giving you the path. That is the working principle of slice-based testing. With this, a small introduction, we'll just move to the slice-based testing. What is slice-based testing and all those things. So first of all, a program slice is a set of program statements that contributes to or affects a value of for a variable at point in the program, at some point in the program. That means it should contribute to the program or it should change the value of the program. Whether it affects the value of the program, value of the variable, or it will be contributed to the that value contributes to the program. That particular thing is nothing but your program slices is all about. So that you can just have a slice till that particular point of time. So that is the meaning of the first statement. Second statements, there are so many definitions that is available. First, we need to assume something. The assumption is very simple. We need to write a program. This is a structural testing means we need to have a program that is called as P. For that particular program, you can write a program graph or the flow graph or else a control flow graph also you can say it. So that one we can do it. The program graph is called as G of P. And it contains a number of variables. Those variables you can list it and keep it in one set called as V, uppercase letter V. So the nodes in P of G always refers to the statement fragments. Whatever the nodes that you are referring to, statement fragments, whatever the number that you give it, that is nothing but your nodes. That is the meaning of this particular statement. Next exact definition comes into picture. Given a program graph, given a program P, and having a program graph G of P and a set of variables V in P, a slice on the variable set V, variable set I'm talking about, at statement N written S of P comma N is the set of all statements in P prior to node N that contribute to the values of the variables in V at node N. That means for doing this, what we'll do is we'll just try to annotate it. Use annotation and I'm just writing the small code here. Instead of code, I'll just write a pseudocode. Read value for variable A from standard input. Similarly, we'll take one more variable for B from standard input. Next one is third one. If I'm just putting a predicate use, that is what we studied with respect to our path testing as well as data flow testing. Same thing I'll just keep in my mind. I'm not saying this is a predicate use here also. We'll just check it out if it is present or not. Then we'll just say it. Then print A is bigger. Else print B is bigger. That's it. Very simple thing. Okay. So this is very simple. Assuming that it will be auto converted. Whatever the value that you give it, it will be auto converted to the variable or the data type that you wanted to convert it. Because it's a number, right? Depending on the number, you can just go. Also, variable also, if you are taking it with respect to the alphabets, then it's also okay because ASCII numbers comes into picture based on the ASCII values. It will be just compiled. No problem at all. Don't worry too much. Okay. So the next one is you need to have a slice for it, right? So how to have a slice? They have given that slice with respect to the variable set. Variable set here is, what is a variable set? V is equal to A comma B. Two variables are there. I'll be just having it. So first you need to address those particular two variables A comma B. With respect to this, I need to state one particular node number. What is that particular node number? Node number can be 4 or 3 also, you can just write it. So if you have the slice, then the path, whatever you are mentioning it, it will be something like 1, 2, 3. Why 1, 2, 3? There may be a question. Because 1, with respect to that, you are inputting the value A. I'm talking about with respect to the variable set A and B. I'm talking about with respect to that, A should also be taken into consideration, B also should be taken into consideration. What is the importance of reaching the variable 4? That's what I'm just doing it. So with respect to this, 1, 2, 3 followed by the fourth statement will be executed. Similarly, if I take a single variable, say for example A, with respect to this variable, I'm just talking about the fourth line. So here, with respect to this, there is a lot of change. So this can also be possible. I'm not saying this is wrong. With respect to the variable only, I'm talking about one single variable. Now the question comes whether that variable, whatever you have chosen, is it the variable, whatever the the node that whatever you have chosen in that the variable is just a usage part, or it is having some contribution given to that, or some changes need to be there, or some decisions should be taken here. No such thing means then you can skip that particular statement to be involved in the path that you are mentioning it. 1, 2, 3, that's more than enough to identify. Similarly, yes, with respect to B, comma, only one single variable, comma, 6, I'll just say it. The path 3, I'm just mentioning it. 1 should be there. Why? Because, sir, you're talking about B. Why you need to take A? Because A is also getting involved in checking whether B is greater than A or less than A, right? So for that, A should also be taken into consideration. That is what you mean by prior. 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 It's not prayer, it is prior. Prior is previous to that statement. The next thing is 3. Inside this particular 3, it will just moving to the 5 followed by 6th statement, whether it need to be involved? No, not required. The reason is whether you include it or not, it's the same particular thing that you are getting it. Same thing with respect to 5 also. So you can leave it with respect to 1 to 3. That's all with respect to your scenario. If you're getting confused, then you can add this. But this statement is of no use. Whether you include or exclude, the same scenario comes into picture. So that's why this exclude this. Understanding it? So this is the definition, meaning whatever the definition that has been given with respect to your slice-based testing, this is the meaning of that. Okay, so prayer contribute to all the values. So with respect to this definition, we need to look at the same particular thing. The idea behind to make the slices is to have some uh, meaningful functionality, or it should be a feasible solution to be given for it. So depending on that. So with respect to the definition, we have two parts. One is prior to, the other one is contribute. Prior to is nothing but dynamically, if you capture those particular execution of the variable, with respect to the variable that you have chosen, previous to the execution of the statement should have some impact on that particular variable. So then you can just have those particular nodes included in your path. That's what prior to. Contribution means it should change, it should give some particular importance to change the entire scenario of the variable. Say suppose total logs, if you say it, total logs is equal to total logs plus logs. Whatever the logs value you will be inputting, depending on the total logs will be added, and it will be just summing up with respect to it. So this is nothing but your total logs principle. So with respect to this, it is getting involved. So you need to have that particular contribution part. If it is contributed, go take that particular value. That is called as computation loops. You can take that. Just a printing of that message, that should not be a computation loop. That is called as output usage. We'll just come to know that particular part in the next slide probably. So PUs and CUs, we know that with respect to your data flow testing, the same thing we'll just consider here. PUs is nothing but predicate usage. Predicate usage, when it will be coming to the picture, predicate usage, whenever you talk about at the time decision will be taken, no, at that particular point of time, predicate usage comes into picture. Computational usage is nothing but the C usage will say it. What is the C usage is all about? What is the C usage is all about? It's a computational one. Computational means where there is an impact to change the value of the variable that you are choosing it. So then it will be nothing but your contribution that will happen to that particular area. So with respect to this, the usage relationship will be having 5 different forms of usages. So which are all those? We'll just see it. One is predicate use, we all know it, decision to decision making. The second one is computational use. Whenever it is involved in changing the value of the same variable, then it is computational use. Or using that some other variable may be computed. That's also computational use. Output usage is just a printing of the messages. That's it with respect to that. So the next one is locational usage. Pointers, subscripts, or function calls. You're making it procedural calls. You're making it. Then you can go with locational usage. Last one is iteration usage. Iteration usage is nothing but internal counters. That is whatever the value that you need to increment it or decrement it or loop indices, whichever you are talking about. That is nothing but your iteration uses. So this is nothing but the use relationships with respect to the 5 forms of the usages. The next part is there are 2 definitions. We had only one definition part with respect to our data flow testing. Here we have 2 different definitions. One is called as I definition, another one is called as A definition. I is nothing but from the input. Standard input, if you are giving some particular things at that time, definition defined by the input will say. That is reading some text from the external source, that is an input. You're feeding some input, or you're taking some particular value from the previously done task, you're putting it to the current program, that's also an input, feeding into that. The next part is assignment. You are assigning the values, you're changing the values, that is assignment. Previously we were mentioning only with respect to the assignment definition. Input was also combined in the assignment definition itself, but here it is not the case. 2 different scenarios are coming into picture, so we need to be aware of it. So with respect to this, some assumptions has been made. I have already explained this. We'll just quickly run through these particular statements. Assume that the slice S of V comma N is a slice on one variable. That is, the set V consists of single variable V. If that is the case, if statement N is defining node for V, then N is included in the slice. If it is just a defining node, that is input or else assignment is making means, it should be considered that node. If that node is a usage node, that is an output usage or where no contribution is happening over that, just a printing the message or changing that particular location to the different one, or you can just go with that iterating the values, means one after the other you just go with it. Those particular nodes you can skip it. That's what they are saying it with respect to the third statement. The fourth statement is P uses, C uses need to be taken care. Whenever P uses is that, then it should be having some effect on it, because it may take any number of directions you will be having it. Anyway, you can just move on with it. Whereas C use, with respect to that, I told you an example with respect to your total logs is equal to total logs plus logs. Total logs is used over there, but it is changing the variable value itself. Some contribution is there, so you need to include such type of variable values. Statements should be included over there. You cannot neglect that. Okay, so if the value of the variable same, whether that is what we saw with respect to our example of one algorithm we have written it, right, to check whether 2 variable values are greater than each other or not, right. So with respect to that fifth one was else part, if you take it also, it was not having any meaning. So 1 2 3 was the thing that we are checking. That's nothing but an exclusion or inclusion of the statement. If you exclude or if you include that particular statement, if the result is one and the same, exclude that statement fragment itself. Don't include that particular thing. So in general, if you are speaking with your output usage, that is printing the messages or something like that, those nodes you need to neglect it. You should not include it. The next one is locational usage. That is nothing but pointers or subscripts or function calls, whatever you make it, that particular thing you can just exclude it. The last part is I use. I use is nothing but iteration uses. Iteration that is required for incrementing or incrementing the counters, decrementing the counters, or changing the loop indices, whatever is that can be excluded. So these 3 should be excluded. PUs, CUs need to be taken care of. Okay. The two in CUs, there are two ways to do it. One is with respect to whether there is a contribution, accept that. If there is no contribution, reject that statement. That's it, very simple. So with respect to this, how this slice-based testing works, we'll just look into the example that they have given it. So example is very simple, the commission program. This program has been written in Pascal language. I'm clarifying you. So in the Pascal language that has been given. So this is the same program that has been taken from your textbook itself. Okay, whichever the imperative language that you want, you can write it. There is no problem at all. Only thing is, after writing the program, the first step is you need to mark the line numbers, statement numbers. You need to give it. Those numbers are nothing but the node numbers will say it, or nodes will identify. Depending on that, you need to write the program graph. Once you write the program graph, then your task is to identify which particular technique you are using. Whether you are going with path testing, identify all the paths that you are having it. So once you are going with the path testing, keep one thing in your head: all the nodes, all the edges, all the statement, all the nodes is nothing but statements. All the statements, all the loop coverage statements, as well as branches, whatever you are having it, followed by all uh, decision statements need to be taken care of. Fine. So that's the main agenda of your path testing. Second one is data flow testing. In that DU path, you need to identify. With respect to DU path, you need to identify whether it is a definition clear or not. With respect to definition clear, you need to just have it. So what is the input? What is the output? Based on that, at least you need to have one definition clear path to be existing in the entire program. In that particular manner only, you need to just use it. I'm just reminding you, understanding it? So the next point is with respect to the slice-based testing. For this one also, we'll be taking the same particular way. So first is you need to write the program in any imperative language that you are aware of. Second one is, and you should also be aware, and the rest of the fellows in the entire world, they should also know about this particular language. In that language only, then you need to write it. It's up to you which language to choose. So don't worry about that much. After writing the code, the next part is identifying the line numbers. After doing this, you can go with the path program graph or the control flow graph that you are given it. Next step is to identify the paths. Here slices comes into picture. So what we'll do is we'll just go with the input logs with respect to this. So with respect to the logs, how to identify it? So here it is the input. Input is nothing but IDEF that is coming into picture. I'll just try to annotate this. I'm talking about logs. This is here IDEF. Wait a minute, I'll just write it once again. I define. So the next thing is here it is used. With respect to this, it is used. What is the use? It is P use, predicate use. Based on this, you are taking some action. Next one is with respect to the logs, if I am talking about. Next is here. What is this actually? Here we are mentioning what we are mentioning. So here it is used, only usage. It is which type of use? It is a computational use in this mention. But with respect to this computation, you are just using that. You are not making change to that particular variable. So this can be excluded from our particular fragment or the node can be excluded from our path that we are choosing it. Next one is with respect to this. We're using it here. 20th should be given because while loop is going to end. So this is where we will be just going to take it. But this will be considered in our particular path, not will be, it won't be considered here with respect to mentioning it as the contribution. So this one is once again, it is idle. Understood now? So I have just identified your particular logs as the variable. I'm talking about this variable now. So with respect to this, I'm talking about the logs only. So here I'll just mention it for logs. What are all the things that it will be coming? Understood now? So this is very important to know. So you should know about this. Now we'll just check out how this particular thing will be have written. So okay. So first thing is we need to identify 13 followed by 19 followed by 16 followed by 14. So these are the nodes that I need to identify. So with respect to your slices based on the logs. Check out. Yes, 13, 14, 16, 19. 13 is 13 itself because the same node is the definition, same node is there. So you need to include that. 19 is once again the definition node. So you need to include that. Previous to that, no, not necessary because there you are redefining it. So whether if you are redefining it means it's a fresh one. So if you are going with respect to the logs with respect to 14th one, then you are checking for the value whether the logs is -1 or not. So this is nothing but your 14th particular statement is based on that. So if you want, you can just cross verify it. See here, 14th statement. This is what it is. So with respect to this, 13 should be getting involved because prior to this, after that, this is a loop, right? This should be executed at least once. For that, 13 followed by 14, 14 followed by 16 will come into picture, not 15. Because 15 has no importance to with respect to your logs. So you can exclude that. 15 also will not come into picture because why 15 is also not coming into picture means is there any particular contribution given for it? No, 15 is not there. 16 you there is a saying that if any contribution is there, then only you involve it. Otherwise, if it's just a usage node, you just exclude it. So 16 is not coming into picture. Next one will be 19 followed by 20. 20 why? Because while loop is there. So that's why. End of the while loop. So it will be 13, 14 followed by 19 and 20. With respect to the next one, 16 also if you are taking it, 13, 14 should be taken into consideration. Next it will go 19, 20. Why? Because 16 in this, the logs is having no contribution, just a usage is provided over there. I need to exclude that. So same path will be given. The next one is 19 with respect. Similarly, you can go with stocks and barrels. With respect to stocks and barrels, if you are just assigning, if you are just going with it, the input is going to happen in the same particular member. If it is stocks, 15th line itself. If it is barrels, it is the 15th line itself. There is a one thing. Second one is it will be taken care with respect to 17 and 17 with respect to stocks and 18 with respect to barrels. Now, with respect to your 17 and 18, I need to exclude this because it is just a usage. No contribution for that particular value variable has been taken into consideration. So keeping in these two things in our mind. So 15 followed by 17 followed 17, 15 followed by 17, 15 followed by 18 will be the node members that I need to just check into it. If we are just going with slices for stocks and barrels. 15, if it is that, 13 should be contributed. Why? Because without 13, you cannot enter the while loop. Inputting the logs based on that, the while loop need to be checked. After that, only you are getting the values for stock. So indirectly, your logs is making an impact on the variable stocks also as well as barrels. So that's why 13, 14, 15, 19, and 20. 15 is taken into consideration. What is 15 node? 15th node. 15th node is nothing but you're inputting. So 16th node doesn't come into picture. 17th node, whether it is there. Check out. No. 19 and 20. Similarly, with respect to stocks with 17. Similarly, with respect to your barrels and the same. So these are one and the same. The slices will be. Whereas total logs, if you are just over. So if you are just going with this total logs will be happening with respect to assignment is happening with respect to 10th node. Next one, 16th node you're using as well as you're redesigning it. So definition is also there, assignment definition is there, followed by computational use is also there. So you can include this, put 16, followed by the next one is 21. So you need to identify three. So 10th one, total logs with respect to this is defined, and you can have this particular thing in 10th node, followed by 16th node, followed by 21st node. So in the 10th node, it is assigning. So assignment is that means you can include that. Defining is that means you can include. Assignment is nothing but assignment definition. So A def, that is what it will be there. So under A def, you can just have this particular scenario. Fine. So with respect to that, I need to take 10th, followed by 16th, followed by 21st. So these three are very important. Now, if I just start writing the path, so if I take slice with respect to total logs, variable name, followed by the next one is the node number 10. So here with respect to this, you are having only 10 as the value. There's no change in it. Whereas with respect to here, the same total logs, followed by 16th one, if I just assume it. Then what are all the members? Right from 10, it will be just that. 10 followed by total stocks barrels will not be having any impact on it, so no need to involve it. So next one is 13 will be there, because logs based on that you need to just contribute with respect to the total logs. So that's why. So after this 14 comes into picture, because based on the checking of the logs, -1 is not there, then it need to go inside the while loop, and it need to just check out. So for that reason. So is there any particular impact on inputting the stocks and barrels? No. So you need to exclude it. Next 16 will be there. Previously with respect to logs, you have not taken that, sir. But here you are taking the 16th particular node also. Why? There is a contribution given for your total logs. Total logs, you are computing it, as well as you are asking it to feed the value whatever you got it in the previous particular iteration. So that's why 16 will be coming into picture. Next followed by 19 comes into picture. After that 20. So once 20 is there, the next step is after 20, what is the next step? Is that the one? That is it? Yeah, 21 cannot be mentioned. If you mention 21, then there is no advantage of using that. So that's why I'll just mention it with respect to 20. Similarly, with respect to your total logs with respect to 21. Same particular thing will be working. Total logs, comma, 21. There's no change in it. 10 followed by 13, followed by 14, followed by 16, followed by 19, followed by 20. 20, why it need to be taken care? Because it's the end. So the same thing will be happening. That's it with respect to your total loss. Similarly, you can calculate for total stocks and barrels. Okay. I have given those slices. If you want, you can just go through that. Okay. So with respect to your total stocks, total barrels. If you want, you can just go through that. So same thing, how it will be working. Next one is assignment operators, assignment statements. With respect to this is very, very important. So log price, stock price, barrel price. So log price, stock price, barrel price, local sales, stock sales, and barrel sales. Why we are taking this as an assignment statements? We'll just check it out. Maybe we are just going with the A definition, that is assignment definitions with respect to that. Log price, seventh variable, seventh node, it will be having it with respect to this variable. So that's why the same thing will be the node. 8th node will be talking about the stock price. 9th node will be talking about the barrel price. So it is an assignment. Same thing, you can just apply it. Whereas with respect to your log sales, stock sales, barrel sales, nowhere we are using it anywhere till the 24th node. 24th node, total log sales will be coming into picture. Stock sales will be coming into picture at 25. Barrel sales will come into picture with respect to your 26th statement. So 24, if you are taking it, means in order to contribute, in order to compute the values for log sales, what are all the variables that it involves? It involves two things. One is log price followed by total logs. You need to have all those particular values over here. So with respect to your 24, I'll just try to annotate this. So slice with respect to log price, only one statement, no multiple statements are there. So log price is available at 24th line itself. But here it is not only one particular member that I'm talking about here. So there are a lot of things happening. That is log price. Log price has been defined at 7th node. So I need to include that. After that, the next thing is stock price and barrel price is of no use for me. Total logs, yes, it should be taken into consideration. There is some importance given for it because total logs is very important. That is the next variable that I have given it with respect to calculating the log size. So that's why I need to include it. Followed by, I need to go with taking the input from the logs, followed by 14th node will be executed. Why? Because it's a while loop. You need to just enter to that particular while loop and calculate the total log separately and come out of that particular thing. Then only you are log sales and all those things will be contributed. So for that reason, I need to just enter. First, if it is entered means, then the next thing is it will be taken care with respect to your 16th node. Once the 16th node is that, then next is 19th node, it will go with it, and then 20th node. Because log sales is taken care with respect to total logs and log prices. Wherever those two variables are involved, you just take that particular thing. Along with it, in order to calculate the total logs, you require logs also. So that one also need to be included. Next one is after doing this, 21st statement is of no use for us because it's just a outputting, including that, excluding that, the same thing will happen. So you can exclude that. Next one is you can go with 24. 24, why we are writing it? Because it's the definition. So with respect to the definition, it should be included. It has some impact. The changes, the contribution is available. So that's why. Understanding it? So this is with respect to your log price. Similarly, with respect to your stock sales and sorry, this is not log price. This is log sales. Log sales. Similarly, with respect to your stock sales and this. If you are talking about the log price, if you are talking about the log price, you need to be aware of it. Where it has been defined, it has been defined in the 7th node itself. So the path we are taking it as single node, that is 7 itself. Nowhere else previously it is existing. After that also it is of no use. Only there it has been defined, so that's why. This is called as assignment statement. So sorry. Okay. So any doubt regarding this? If you have any doubt, you can call me anytime or else we'll just quickly move to the next one. Yeah, next one is slices on sales and commission. Commission, I'll just leave it to you to work out. Sales, I'll just give it over here. So normally with respect to the sales, you have a lot of things to do. Sales at the 24th, this is a slice that is what they have given it. Sales with respect to where it will be giving it. It will come in multiple ways. You need to identify it. It comes around with respect to your multiple statements. So we'll just try to analyze it. One, I'll just show you. Remaining all, you can just try to write it. So, okay, sales with respect to the first particular page of the program, it is not there. Till 26th line, it is not there. So in the 27th line only, it gets involved. So it is the assignment node. So with respect to this, if I just write it, if I just try to annotate here, slice based on sales. Sales is the variable that I'm talking about. With respect to this, 27th is the line that I'm talking about. So in order to do this, there are a lot of assignments to be assumed for. So first thing is, currently it will be coming from the logs sales, stock sales, and barrel sales. I need to go with that particular pattern. So with respect to that, I need to just calculate it. So all the statements, whichever is available previously, everything you need to write it. So from 7, comma, okay, I'll just quickly go to the previous slide, because here it is very easy for us to identify it. So just because of it, yeah. Okay, we'll just write it once again. There is no problem for me. Uh, Slice with respect to sales I'm talking about. Sales is at the next node after this 26th, 27th node, it will be just contributed. So with respect to this, I need to mention the path. So what are all the members that it is involved? In order to calculate the sales, you need to have log sales plus stock sales plus barrel sales. So all these particular contribution need to take care. So it is a combination. It's a cross product of all these particular three statements, assignment statements that we have made. Right from 7, 8, followed by 9, followed by 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 statement you need to take it. 15th statement also you need to take it. Followed by 16th statement you will be taking it. 17th one, 18th one, 19, 20. I can skip these three, 21, 22, 23. You can go with 24, followed by 25, followed by 26, followed by 27. These are all the nodes that is getting involved in order to calculate the sales. So all these particular nodes need to be written. This is one. There is one more thing. It's not only definitely redefined here over here. It has been used multiple in multiple stages. So just check out with respect to the variables, whichever are the variables that is previously involved in mentioning that, you can just have it. 29th line, yes, of course. 28th line, yeah, of course. 28th line, if you just involve with respect to it till 27, whatever we have discussed now, that will be the thing. In the 28th, the 29th, it is a predicate node. So this one also you need to include it. So after this, what happens also you need to include it. So you need to be very careful with respect to involving the sales with respect to the making of the slices. With respect to 28 also the same thing. The next one is with respect to 29, same thing. It's a predicate. 33 with respect to that. So else part is there, right? So in that particular case, 27th node will be included. Same thing will be repeated. There's no change in that. Why? Because either it will be used as a some usages which is of no major contribution given for it. So based on that, till that particular thing only, you'll be just trying. That's all with respect to your slice-based testing. So I hope whatever I covered with respect to your module 3 first part, it is finished. Uh, One more part is that second part with respect to identification of the test execution. That one we'll just take care of the next class. Thanking you for your patience listening. We'll just sign off for today. Thank you.